Near the village of Vishnupur, there was a beautiful forest, and within this forest lay a small village. In this village lived a young boy named Aarav. He was hardworking and honest, but there was one habit that always made him unhappy. He constantly compared himself to others. Whenever he saw his friend Kiran, who was always at the top of the class, Aarav thought, "I wish I were as smart as him." When he saw his neighbor Vikram, who was very rich, he thought, "I wish I had as much wealth as him." Even when he saw someone running fast, he thought, "I wish I could run that fast." As time went on, Aarav's life started to sink into disappointment. He couldn't focus on his studies, and his interest in work slowly began to fade. He felt like he could never be as successful as the people he constantly compared himself to. One day, a famous saint came to the village. He was known for enlightening people about the truths of life. Aarav heard that the saint was very wise, so he went to him and shared his problem. "Gurudev, I work very hard, but whenever I see someone better than me, I feel sad. I feel like I can never be like them. Please help me get rid of this problem." The saint smiled and said, "Come to the oldest tree in the village tomorrow morning. You will find the answer to your question there." Aarav found this strange, but he thought the saint must have said it for a reason. Early the next morning, as the sun rose, Aarav reached the inn in the village, and the saint was already there. The saint said to Aarav, "Look carefully at this forest. What do you see?" Aarav looked around and replied, "Gurudev, there are different kinds of trees here. Some are very tall, some are short, some have lots of fruits, while others don't." The saint smiled and asked, "Now, imagine if this mango tree started comparing itself to the coconut tree and complained that it is not as tall. And what if the coconut tree complained that it doesn't bear sweet fruits like the mango tree? Would that make sense?" Aarav replied, "No, Gurudev, that would be foolish." The saint asked, "Okay, then tell me, how does this forest look to you?" Aarav looked around again and said, "Very beautiful and balanced." The saint smiled and said, "That is the greatest truth of life. Just as every tree has its unique existence and purpose, every human has their own journey and destiny. The mango tree is made to give sweet fruits, while the coconut tree is built for height and strength. Their lives are different, yet both are important." Aarav nodded, but still had some doubts in his mind. The saint then took him near a pond where many fish were swimming. The saint pointed to a bird flying above and asked, "If this fish started complaining that it cannot fly like the bird, would that be fair?" Aarav said, "Not at all. The fish is made to swim in water, and the bird is made to fly." The saint said, "Then why do you want to be like someone else? Your journey is your own. You also have qualities that others don't." After hearing this, Aarav had a moment of realization. He understood that every person has unique strengths and that comparing ourselves to others only harms us. From that moment on, Aarav stopped comparing himself to others and began focusing on his own strengths and weaknesses. He realized that when he worked according to his own abilities, he felt true satisfaction. Slowly, his confidence returned, and he began to see his life from a new perspective. Years later, with his hard work, Aarav built a successful business. He became the most inspiring person in the village. Whenever someone asked him the secret of his success, he would simply smile and say, "Never compare yourself to others. If a fish tries to fly, it will always fail. But if it hones its swimming skills, it can rule the entire ocean." Comparing yourself to others is like expecting the sun and the moon to shine at the same time. Both have their own place, and both shine in their own time. Focus on your own journey, recognize your strengths, and create your own path to success.